In the backrooms, time doesn't work the way it should. Some wanderers claim they've been trapped for days, only to return and find mere minutes have passed in our world, while others vanish without a trace, as if they never existed at all. Level 0 of the backrooms is a psychological and physical nightmare, designed to wear down even the most resilient wanderers. The first and most immediate challenge is the disorienting environment. Endless, repetitive yellow hallways that stretch infinitely in all directions, making navigation nearly impossible. There are no landmarks, no distinguishing features, just the constant hum of flickering fluorescent lights and the damp, musty smell of old carpet. Isolation is another major threat. With no human contact and only the eerie silence, aside from the distant, indistinct echoes of something unknown, the mind begins to play tricks. Many wanderers report auditory hallucinations, whispers, footsteps, or even voices calling their name, leading to paranoia and desperation. The longer one stays in level 0, the greater the risk of losing touch with reality altogether. And then there's the uncertainty of something lurking just out of sight. While official records claim there are no hostile entities in level 0, those who spend too much time there insist otherwise. Whether it's a product of isolation-induced hysteria or an actual threat remains unknown. What is certain, however, is that escape is not guaranteed, and those who fail to find a way out risk fading into obscurity, forgotten by the world they once knew. It is a seemingly infinite maze of monotonous yellow hallways, each identical to the last, stretching in every direction without rhyme or reason. This endless, looping design makes navigation almost impossible, as there are no distinguishing features, no doors, no windows, and no clear way forward. Wanderers often find themselves walking for hours, only to feel as if they've made no progress at all. This creates a deep sense of helplessness, as if the level itself is preventing escape. The oppressive atmosphere is further amplified by the buzzing fluorescent lights overhead. Their flickering, uneven glow casts unsettling shadows, making it difficult to tell whether movement in the distance is real or just a trick of the eye. The constant low hum of electricity becomes an inescapable background noise, driving some to paranoia or even madness as they struggle to differentiate between real sounds and imagined ones. The smell of damp, mildewed carpet clings to the air, further reinforcing the sense of decay and abandonment. Every surface, every corridor feels untouched by time, yet disturbingly unnatural, as if it was never meant for human presence. Combined with the eerie silence, broken only by the occasional distant echo, the environment fosters an overwhelming sense of isolation and dread. These elements, endlessness, sensory disorientation, and an unnatural stillness, are what make level 0 so deeply unsettling. It's a place that strips away logic and comfort, leaving only fear, uncertainty, and the gnawing question, are you truly alone? Imagine this. You've been wandering level 0 for what feels like hours, maybe days. The endless yellow corridors blur together, the buzzing fluorescent lights drilling into your skull. You're exhausted, but stopping feels pointless. Then, you hear it. A faint shuffle. So quiet you almost convince yourself it's your own footsteps echoing back at you. But then it happens again. Closer. Rhythmic. Deliberate. You freeze, heart pounding. The air feels heavier, the hum of the lights suddenly deafening. You turn a corner praying for an exit, but instead, the walls seem to stretch even farther. And then, in the distance, you see it. A human-shaped shadow. Motionless, just barely out of sight. You don't breathe, you don't blink. The lights flicker, and when they stabilize, the figure is closer. At that moment, survival instinct kicks in. You turn and run, sprinting through the endless maze, your own footsteps drowned out by something else moving behind you, faster, relentless. Then, without warning, the walls shift, the pattern breaks, and suddenly, you're somewhere new. Silence. No buzzing lights, no pursuer, just darkness. Level 0 is a nightmare of endless, identical hallways, flickering fluorescent lights, and an eerie hum that warps the senses. Isolation drives wanderers to paranoia, while the lack of direction traps them in a disorienting maze. And when the distant footsteps start, whether real or imagined, escape becomes a desperate, uncertain race against the unknown.
Have you ever had a dream that felt too real, like you were trapped somewhere you couldn't escape? Or maybe you have your own theories about what lurks in the back rooms? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Level 0, be sure to check out my other videos for more chilling backrooms explorations. Stay cautious and stay aware. You never know when you might know clip. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.